Oh, here we are. We got something special for you today. Uh, I am playing around in Inkarnate. Technically, I am voicing over the video. This is already pre-recorded. Uh, there is a map that I'm going to use in the future for Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and I wanted to have like the general area of where it's located at. I wanted like some like context of like the surrounding area. So right now I'm sort of just playing around, trying to get some sort of idea. There's no really rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. Just hoping like when I put stuff down, it like makes sense, and then I don't know, like it just comes together. I didn't have any sort of plan or idea, so this is all just me throwing shit together. Hopefully, it comes together in some sort of glorious chaos of making sense. If that makes sense, which it doesn't. But who cares? Everyone has their own opinions. Mine matters, your don't. So what I was kind of thinking for this is to maybe like a forested area. I like forested areas. I wanted the uh, the building that I'm going to be leading my group to be in like a more of a secluded area, but not like super secluded to where they're like so far out of the main city. Yeah, I'm just sort of just looking through all the assets, trying to get something to click with me. This isn't not a very easy or quick process for me. With a lot of the maps that I make, sometimes I do have an idea and then I can sort of like build it, and it's a lot faster and it probably looks a lot nicer. But right now I'm sort of just screwing around hoping something just clicks. I'll be like, aha! This makes sense. Let's do it like this. But right now, no, I'm kind of just screwing around. I really like those farm buildings. They look really nice. They make me think of the Ren Fair. I know there's a type of... I know that they're... the names of the buildings are something, but I can't think of them right now. I really like them. Where they have like the wood... Like, I don't... Is it, it's not wood paneling, is it? They got like wood beams like across the brick. It's really nice. Okay, there's gonna be a few times where you're gonna see me not moving at all, and I can't remember if I'm either answering my phone or I'm just staring at the screen trying to something to happen. Also, I'm screwing around with my music because I cannot do this in silence. I have to listen to something, some sort of music. I found a couple of nice playlists on YouTube with like tavern bard music, like songs you hear in like RPG games. I found a really nice one. I have a few of them on repeat. Man, maybe I should have edited this out a little bit, huh? Alright, so I'll entertain you with my glorious voice, because apparently past Tom is screwing around on his phone. Oh, haha, there we go. Ha, you heard us. Oh, apparently I didn't like that. Nope, it's all gone away. I hated it. It's no good. And honestly, I didn't like it. Just, it wasn't flowing correctly. This is when it all starts coming together a little bit more. Where it all sort of starts making sense to me. I wanted the building to be off in the woods, but fairly closer to like a town. I also really like these cliff things. I don't know why. They just add elevation to the map. Because most areas aren't really flat. I don't know, maybe they are. Well, if you live in the Midwest like I do, everything's freaking flat, even people's personalities. Whoa! I really like them. I really like that circle one right there. Yeah, that nice big one. I've been working a lot on my Dungeons & Dragons campaign. I've kind of hit a roadblock though. I started doing more of a guild campaign where the group has their own D&D guild. Excuse me. The D&D group has their own guild. What the guild does is really sort of up to them. The guild leader. Damn, I can't remember the character's name now. Balls. I can't think of his name. I can't think of the character's name now. Wow. Anyways, the guild leader doesn't really want to be like a what do you call them? Mercenaries. He doesn't want to be the mercenaries where they're just going off and doing jobs, because then it's no different from any other game that a group plays. You know, where you take a mission and you go do the mission and you get reward for it. Then it becomes like every other game. I gave them an opportunity to sort of venture out and do whatever it is that they want to do. But the other guild members are, I don't want to say resistant to it, but they're maybe uncomfortable with role playing, or they're not realizing that they're allowed to do whatever it is that they want to do. I really wish they had more abandoned buildings, but these are the only ones that they had. I think my biggest issue with making these maps is scaling. I never know how to do like good scaling for these. Like, do I make them more exaggerated? Do I make them too big, too small? I mean, you can sort of tell with like the trees. I should really make the trees more different in height, so this way it makes it look more dynamic and real. Instead, they're all sort of the same height, which I guess is easier, but sometimes it, like, I'll see it and it just bothers me. It's like I have the eye for it, but I just don't have the skill to do it, nor the patience. And here I'm gonna start making the village. Like I said, there's no really rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm sort of just grabbing stuff and throwing it out there. Hopefully, it comes together. So right now it's just the process of picking stuff and throwing it out there, seeing what sticks. Kind of like how I live my life. I don't have a plan, I kind of just throw things out there, hopefully something sticks. Has it worked out for me? There's an argument to be made. For the longest time, that doorway that I just put there bothered me, because I couldn't think of if the door leading into the town should be pushed out or pushed in. I thought pushing out would make it more defensible, so when invaders came and they tried busting open the door, it wouldn't just open up. So not only do invaders get to break any sort of barrier down, but they also got to push in through the hinges. Also, speaking of hinges, because I was looking at this door so long, I ended up spending like 20 minutes on Google looking at old, like, medieval door hinges, because I only think of door hinges as I do now as the modern hinge, and that's not exactly like what they used. Very interesting stuff. I don't know if it's actually interesting, but I get a question in my head and I just start Googling. Also, this is something I don't normally do with these walls. If you ever look at my other maps, the walls are very squared. They're very organized. This one's sort of crazy and all over the place shaped. I always see other people who make maps, and their walls are, there's no rhyme or reason. They're just all twirly and jagged and got a lot of curves on them, and it always bothered me. So I tried doing it on this one. I liked how it turned out though. Getting the last few walls in there was a bitch though. Yeah, see it right there. I could not connect that wall and that wall to save my life. And then I realized that I had the scale turned up way too much. I try to keep the scale of all the walls uniformed, so when they're next to each other, it looks real. I know you can make them bigger for perspective, but I am see right there. I was like, you freaking bitch. And it's just like, how the hell am I gonna do that? See, I was like, there has to be a slightly turned wall, and I'm like, no, that ain't it. That's not gonna happen. So yeah, I had to pull it out. I'm like, is this one it? It's like, no, it's the same wall, you freaking idiot. It's like, will that work? No, it's not gonna work. It's like, is that gonna work? And I'm like, it's not gonna work. Oh, but I got close. I got close enough. There we go. It looks like total ass, but we're zooming in. So far, so good. Sometimes you just gotta let the world build itself. And that's sort of the theme I have in this D&D campaign is I'm trying to let the world build itself, let the players build the world instead of me building it. It's been very difficult for me. I have a hard time letting those things go. I very much like to have control over my world, very organized, very story oriented. I like to have a story already created, in my last campaign, I even wrote out scripts for certain NPCs that the group would come across, like create like a full-blown script and like play by play of what they were going to do, even no matter what the players did. Sometimes the players threw me off, but in this one I really want to improve my improv skills. I want to improve my improv. Oh yeah, don't forget to save. This software has come a long way. A while back, I kept running into issues with it, but now with this, now that they've officially released and they're adding more content to it, it's a lot more stable. I really love this software. It's probably my favorite one so far. I've been using these guys for a long time. Probably since they first released their web application. And yes, I pay for their Pro Edition. And that's what I'm using right now is the Pro Edition. And yeah, I'm not utilizing it to its fullest potential, but that's more of a lack in skill and knowledge than anything. So I wanted these guys to be, I don't want to say lumberjack. Were they considered? Well, they were basically lumberjacks. They were out in the woods. They gathered wood. As you can see, I had a couple lumber mills in there. Oh, did I have a fun time doing this. Yeah, see, I even had to zoom in. It looks fine right now, but in a second I'm going to try to adding a fence in, and just because of this weird angled positioning that it didn't line up correctly, and it bothered the living crap out of me. Alright, my little world builders, that will wrap up this episode for now. Next time we're going to finish the town and do a little bit more tweaking on it. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.